Hello and welcome back to Skeggsy on the farm in rural Thailand. I hope you all had a great Christmas and a new year. Ours was over 2 days. It started off with a man basically digging a pit. The idea was that we were going to have a bit of a barbecue, but this is Thailand style barbecue, of course. They laid dry wood in it and then added a bit of charcoal and got it really going. Now what we were cooking was this poor little porky. Uncle with the house next door, or with the land next door, he seemed to have brought all his family across. Well, only the boys. It seems like the day before New Year all the boys get together and they basically made a day of it. They were fishing in the lake next door and he was preparing this little porky. I must admit they had a bit of a struggle to do it. That's one of the brothers. Uncle next door has been married, I'm told, twice, I think, before now. So he's got sons from 2 different wives. But this is Thailand, as they say. But all the boys got together and they had a day fishing with the lake next door, which they also cooked, by the way. Anyway, once they finally got it all prepared, onto the charcoal it went. And it took probably about an hour and a half. They kept turning it over and basting it every now and again. But it was giving off some heat there. You can see the boys fishing and chai. They're having a lemonade. This is about 11 o'clock in the morning. It did go on for most of the day. As I said, they were still drinking before I went to bed, which is quite late for us, which is about 8 o'clock. Anyway, after a bit more basting went on, they kept turning it over and making sure that it was cooked thoroughly through. Off it came and onto the table for slicing and cutting up. Now, I thought it was really fatty. I didn't really enjoy it. They obviously are used to this and they lapped it up. They thought it was really yummy. But I thought even with a young pig like this it was very fatty and there was no real crackling on it. As I said, when it's black it's done. But I was expecting some lovely crackling on top of it and to chew, but there was none of that at all. But it lasted all evening and they were drinking and once it was all cut up and put onto the table with the rest of the food, it was okay. And it's evidently something that they do on special occasions.
Yummy.
Anyway, we all carried on eating and drinking with the lads. I think there was about eight, maybe 9 lads and Diep as well were there all day. We carried on drinking and eating until it got dark, and then one of the guys came out with some fireworks and our day ended with just the blokes. We never saw any ladies at all with a firework display. Now don't forget, it gets dark here at 5 o'clock, so this is probably about 5:30 in the evening, so it's not sort of a really late night or anything, but I'd had enough to eat and I certainly had enough to drink by then. This is the firework that they decided to get for the next day, because they were a bit disappointed with the firework they had last night. So this is now sort of New Year's morning, if you see what I mean, or this is the 31st, we'll put it that way. And they went off and got a bigger one in the morning. About 5 o'clock we all went out to the temple, and I found this really interesting. Around the temple is where they celebrate all their New Year, but what they do is they come down and they all go to the temple and have the monks chant and wish them Happy New Year. But notice the string, every one of them is attached. It must have taken ages to actually put it all together, or putting all the strings across, and then as everybody's sitting there they have a string, so it feels like everybody's attached, and this goes right the way around the whole temple. So this is not just a small thing, this is a big thing. There must have been about 300, maybe 400 people sitting around that temple. Anyway, after that you could hear the music, so we went from the temple down behind. There's a sort of open area with a lake, and I think we've been here before, and I've showed you videos when we've come down. I forgot what the occasion was actually. Can't remember. Anyway, it started off with a bit of dancing. There was lots going on again. There was lots of stalls. I found this interesting as well. They play bingo. Well, they were going to play bingo a little bit later on. He was trying to drum up customers, and each prize was bottles of booze, though you're not supposed to actually drink. Then everybody congregated around the ring because there was then Thai boxing. Now we didn't stay late because we never do, but it started off with youngsters. I would have said these were about, I don't know, 10, 11 I suppose, having a fight. It was serious. I said, was this playing or was it serious? And she said, no, it's serious, there's money to be won. So it started off with like the youngsters doing it, and then as the evening would have gone on, it would have gone into the bigger rounds and to the proper boxing. But they definitely get involved with this, and there was lots of cheering and lots of Superboy, I think they were calling him, or Superboy, which is the one that won. He's in the gold shorts. I didn't know how the scoring was going or whatever, but I thought the guys cheering on the opposite side there were cheering the guy in the red, and I thought he had better scores, but Superboy seemed to win it by the end of it. But he obviously would have won a prize or something. As I say, the bigger ones were playing for quite serious money. So there he is, Superboy wins. Yep. Respect. Anyway, after that, you remember the big firework that was purchased in the morning? Well, it was about time now that we all came back. Now, don't forget, again, this is like at about 9 o'clock at night now, though it's New Year. They don't worry about waiting until the New Year. It seems like New Year's Day is more important to them than actually New Year.
Happy New Year!
Old Lang Syne is only on there for my benefit and to make the video sort of a bit better, but I've got to be really careful these days because now we put in some of these videos on YouTube. They get very strict about copyright, and they will take you off YouTube if you have any too many complaints about it. I've already had one warning for some music I played at the wedding, you might have seen. So anyway, can I say thank you very much for all the interest that you've shown last year and all the videos. It's now almost been 4 months since I arrived here. My life has definitely changed big time. It is completely different to what I've been used to of 48 years of being a DJ. But I'd just like to say thank you again for all your interest and your comments about the videos. Whatever brings for you this year, 2023, I hope it turns out to be a good year for you. So from Skeggsy on the farm in rural Thailand, from all my new family, Happy New Year to each and every one of you.